Good morning. Let's get started. Begin by doing some taps on our head. There's a bunch of acupressure points. Just wake up all those points on our head, kind of like a little shower. The focus of today's class will be the earth element. So we'll be working with the stomach and the spleen meridian. So let's actually do some tapping on our stomach meridian. So starting right under our eye, it's the beginning of it. You're going to sort of come down, tapping on your face to the outside of your mouth, down towards your chin. And the stomach meridian goes all sorts of places, so we'll sort of simplify, but we'll try to hit some of the points. So go up your jaw, and then all the way up to your head. Now it doesn't go this way, but we'll kind of follow those points again. Now come down your neck, and then your collarbone, and down your breasts, and then you're going to come in right a few inches from your center line. Then kind of out. And what you're going to do is follow your quads, but just on that outside of the center of your quads, towards your knees. And when you get to your knees, a couple inches down, that's stomach 36, and it's a fantastic 3-mile point. And maybe sometime we'll just focus on it. So here we are. You're a couple inches down from your knees, a little bit inside from your shin, and let's keep going down. You're going down right to the outside of your shin. Now the top of your foot, you're coming down the top of your foot, and you're headed toward your second toe. And on the inside of the second toe, that's where it ends. All right, so that's your stomach meridian. Now bring your hands over to your big toe, to the outside, meaning the very end of your foot. That's the beginning of your stomach meridian. We're going to stroke this. We just did our yang meridian, so we tapped it. Then we're going to stroke our yin meridian, which is the spleen. So starting on the inside of your toe, you're going to follow your arch to the arch of your foot. And there's some great spleen points there. Now come stroking up your ankles, inside of your lower leg, inside of your upper leg. And then this one kind of does a jag right around here, the end of your spleen. And then let's just give a rub on your spleen. It's on your left side. And I'll do so here it is. So here's your spleen, and it kind of wraps around. So we'll do a nice rub on our spleen and our stomach. And slow it down. Put your hands on your lower belly. Close your eyes. Just tune in to those two pathways. So we started stomach meridian under our eye, and down the front of our torso, and down our legs to our second toe. And then our spleen meridian outside of our big toe, up our inside of our legs, up to our torso. And just notice any sensations. And then invite your body to just sink into your feet, softening your tailbone. And then picture a thread of white light lifting the crown of your head up to the heavens as we connect to the earth with our lower body and connect to the heavens with our upper body. And take a slow, deep breath into your hands so that your belly moves away from your spine. And a slow breath out. And another slow breath in. And a slow breath out. And then opening your eyes. What we do with some bear, because when some schools of Qigong think bear is connected with the earth. So we're going to do bear rubs its belly. So have your fists light. And in this movement, you're really moving from your center, right? And as you move from your center, your hands are massaging your belly. So the bear rubs its belly. So as we feel our feet grounded to the earth, and let's go back the other way. And then slow it down. Then maybe widen your stance just a little. Shift your weight to one side, and as you shift, turn your torso the other way. Shift your weight to the other and turn. And we're shifting into the bear. I call it the bear ambles to the forest. So as you shift to one way, you look the other with your turn your whole torso, right? So you shift Now, bears, actually, this is how they walk, right? They're both their front leg and their back leg of the same side moves in unison. So, bear, Ambles. And you're a pretty relaxed, chill bear, right? So, relax your hips and your shoulders. And just moving from your center. That's the bear. Maybe even doing a little paw action, warming up your wrists. And then slow it down. Well, not slow it down, actually just shift. And as you shift your weight, let your hands knock. And as they knock, your back hand will knock on your kidneys. But your front hand is going to be when it's on the left side, it's going to be knocking on your spleen, probably knocking on our stomach as we do this. So, knocking. Then stop shifting your weight and do that same movement and see how it feels different in your body. And what we've shifted to is, one name for this is constant bear. So keeping your feet rooted, still knocking on our kidneys in the back and our stomach and spleen. Just letting our arms be heavy and just rotating around our spine. And just notice how it's a really different, just a small shift in the movement. And notice how it feels different. And then slow it down. And then with your knees pretty light bent, lift up your elbows and let's just inhale and open your chest up to the heavens. Exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone under, and we're going to actually sort of squeeze, giving nice pressure to our spleen and stomach. So inhale, open, and then exhale, do a little squeeze. Now the color is associated with the earth element, the stomach and spleen. It's like a golden yellow. So as you inhale, pull in that yellow. As you exhale, just bring it in to your stomach and spleen. So pull in that lovely color. And then just invite it into your stomach and spleen. I picked the earth element. Some schools of Qigong look at the earth element and associate with a season of transitions. And so sort of transitioning into full-on summer. So to help us sort of ground into this change, we'll just focus on the earth element today and then gradually slow it down. Then having your neck really loose, we're going to do something called Dancing with the Universe. It's from Robert Palm. And so your neck is super, super, super soft. And your body is also just kind of a little bit ragdollish. So your head, one way to think of it is, another name is the moon revolves around the earth. So imagine your head is revolving around your body. It's dancing with the universe. And when it's ready, go back the other way. Just being really gentle. Warming up the muscles in your shoulders and your neck. And maybe each time having a little bit bigger revolution around the earth or not. So then there's the second part of Dancing with the Universe, which involves your hips. So this time, your head is still relaxed, but the bulk of the movement is your hips as you circle and dance with the universe. Noticing as you rotate your hips that as you're rooted to the earth, different parts of your feet are helping you root. Maybe the tops of your feet or the bottoms or the sides. And now go back the other way. And then slow it down. And then on your next exhale, just drop your chin to your chest. And just feel that stretch. Notice where you feel it. And on your next inhale, lift your right ear just gently up toward the heavens. This is while your chin is down. And notice what parts of your neck and shoulders are being stretched. And then very gently take your chin and just glide it toward your left armpit. And just relax your tailbone. Relax your jaw. Just enjoy that stretch. And then bringing your chin down to your chest and come up. So let's do that to the other side. So on your exhale, drop your chin to your chest. And then on your next inhale, lift your left ear up toward the heavens. Maybe invite your shoulders to just drop. Invite your tailbone to soften. And then if the next step in the stretch feels right, take your chin and gently rotate it toward your right armpit. Even like taking my chin and just kind of holding it there, feeling that stretch. And then let's shake it out. And then inhale your hands up to overhead. Interlace your fingers and just reach up. 2 hands, hold up the heavens. And this time we're going to do just a little twist. So we're going to twist to the right. And then come back to center. And then float your hands down. So inhale your hands above your head. Stretch. And then as you exhale, you're going to twist over to the left. I'm doing your mirror image. And exhale down. And so this movement is also, right, sort of, since we traced both the spleen and the stomach meridians, we're getting those point parts of the meridian, also those organs. And down, and we'll do one more variation of this. So inhale your hands up, stretch, and this time, just do a side bend. Opening up, there's that very end of the spleen meridian. And come to center, let's just stretch over and just feel that. And then float your hands down and shake it out. So we've begun to stretch out all these, right? We've got the stomach and spleen meridians running through here. So I thought we would do Growling Bear. So in Growling Bear, we start with a boulder, imaginary boulder, a little bit wider stance. And just do a forward fold, holding your boulder. Now rotating, you're going to rotate over to the right so that your right elbow is going to lead the lifting of your boulder up. And then you bring your boulder down. So with our breath, inhale, lifting that boulder up. As you bring your boulder down, this is where the Growling Bear comes in. Grrr. So inhale, lift that boulder up. And exhale down. Grrr. Let's do one more. This is great for all those points in that, the spleen and the stomach meridian. All right, so now our forward fold. Now we're going to rotate with our torso, and you're going to lead with your right elbow. So turning, lead with your right elbow, pull that boulder up, and exhale down with it. Inhale, lifting that heavy, heavy, heavy boulder, but you're a bear, so you can do anything. And lift the boulder up. Let's do one more. Lifting that boulder up. And let's give it our best shot at our grrr. All right. Now, dropping your boulder gently. Bring your pointer finger over to the very outside of your big toe. And that's where we're going to just do another brush of our spleen meridian. So start brushing the inside of your arch. Now come up your ankles. Come up your inside of your lower leg. Inside of your upper leg, up your torso and down, and just a little spleen, stomach rub, and then slow it down. Then turning your toes out into a little bit of a sumo squat. So invite your knees to come out. Soften your tailbone. You're going to lift up as if you're holding these platters. And with our next exhale, just do a little turn. So turning, and inhale to center, and turning. So you notice we're sort of activating those points that we've been rubbing in our torso. So exhale. And so take a breath in. Exhale and turn. Inhale to center. And exhale and turn. So now we're going to shift into something called Bear Shakes Its Paws. So you're going to shift your weight over to your right leg with it bent. And then when you shift your weight, you can actually, if it feels right, lift up and then you're going to squeeze your paws. So squeeze down, squeeze down. All right? So the bear shakes its paws. So find your own rhythm. As you're activating a lot of those points on the spleen and stomach channel. It's also kind of goofy and kind of fun. And then kind of play with you today with like what do you have for your balance? So do a few more of these. And slow it down. And then shake out your fingers and your wrists and your hands. And then maybe just a little bounce. Bring your hands out to the side and above and in front and in front of you. Back. Turn to one side. And then I thought we would do the healing sound for the earth element, which is a ho. So it's like H-O, but way back in your throat. So inhale through your nose and exhale out with a ho. Let's do one more. Gradually slow it down and close your eyes. And just notice any tingling in your body. Any spot that's tingling, invite that tingling to just spread. Just notice. And then opening up your eyes, bring your hands to your lower belly, about 6 inches apart, and put your awareness between your palms and float your hands out and bring them together. So I'm going to share with you a new playing with a chi ball that I've been working with Robert Peng for the past couple of weeks that I adore. So I'm excited to share it with you. So it's going to involve just what we've been doing with putting our awareness between our palms. This time, let's float our hands up to about our heart center. Our same, maybe inhale and let that chi ball grow, and exhale. So this movement starts with this very, very big chi ball around your heart. So your palms are facing towards your heart. Imagine that your arms are wrapped around this giant ball of vital life force. So how this works is it's pretty fun, but it's a little bit complicated. So we're just going to start with our right arm. What's going to happen is your right arm is going to gather chi. You're going to, really the movement's coming from your center, right? So here, my arm's not moving that much. It's my center as I gather. Here's the chi. Now when I bring it to my heart center, I'm going to actually bring it the back of my hand to my heart. So turning from my center, I gather the chi, and then I pull that chi in to my heart. So here's going to scoop up chi. Now, back of your hand swoops by your heart. And notice the whole movement is really very little arm and mostly turning from my hips to my waist and turning. All right, so that's one hand. So now let's do it with our right hand. Same idea. Scoop up chi, but you're really moving from your center. Now pull it into your heart center as you move from your center. So then what's going to happen is we're actually going to do two hands alternating. So what's that going to look like? So taking your left hand, your right hand onto your mirror image, scoop. And as you pull it into your heart center, your other hand's coming out and scooping and pulling it. And notice that kind of our palms are facing each other. We've got this chi ball, just like we've been playing with, but this time it's in front of us, right? So as you turn from your hips and your waist, if it feels right, you can actually lift up your back heel. Kind of, it's almost dancing with the chi ball, isn't it? So relaxing your shoulders, turning from your hips and your waist, scooping up. What we're doing is we're gathering love, heartedness, all the qualities of the heart that you want to invite into your heart, and you're just bringing them into your heart center. So then, this very same idea, we're going to shift and come a little higher up toward our forehead, which is our upper dantian. And the back of our hand goes right in front of our forehead. So your hand is, now your left hand is scooping up energy and bringing it in to our consciousness, our upper dantian. Maybe bringing clarity of thought, inspiration, clear thinking. All right, so then there's one more. No, there's a couple more actually. So now you're going to take your hand, and the back of your hand's going to go right over the top of your head, while your hand that's swooping and gathering is gathering from the universe. What we're doing is we're going right over our by-way point, right at the crown of our head. That's where energy comes in and energy comes out. That's where we sort of connect to the divine. So connecting to the universe. So then I find it's easier to transition to come back down to our upper dantian, right? So bringing all that chi into our consciousness. And now let's keep bringing that energy, but let's bring it into our throat center. So let the back of your hand pull it in as your other hand scoops, and bringing authenticity in our speech, kindness in our words. And let's drop down to our heart center. So relaxing your shoulders, moving from your center, obviously moving at a pace that feels right to you. So now the tricky part is we're going to drop down to our lower belly, our lower dantian. So in this one, you're going to make this circle, right? So your top hand, you're going to see your ball. And we're pulling energy into our vitality center. And just relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, feel your feet on the earth. And then we're going to switch up. Did I screw that up a little bit? A little bit lumpy. So up to your heart center. So the back of your hand, scoop up that energy and really reach out, gather all around, moving from your center. And then to finish, you're going to bring your right hand back, scoop, and where we started, Feel that huge ball of chi in your hands. Bring that ball of chi down into your belly. And let's play with that chi ball in your lower belly. Just inhale, pull your hands apart. And exhale together. Inhale, expanding your ball of light. And exhale, condensing it. And then as you inhale, float your hands up. And exhale, float your hands down. Be standing a little taller as you inhale and exhale down. Just feeling your rootedness to the earth. Especially as you stand, right? You stand taller. This time as you float your hands up, inhale. As you exhale, turn your thumbs back. Now as you inhale, float your hands up over your head. And exhale, down. So we're transitioning into, it's actually the first, well, I won't tell you. First we'll do this and then I'll explain. So we'll just relax into this movement. So inhale, float up. Exhale, turn your thumbs back. Inhale, float your hands up, gathering. And then now we bring all that lovely chi. So connect to the energy of the earth in your palms as you float up. Turn your thumbs back. Now connect with your palms to the energy of the universe. Now we've got earth and universe chi, and we just pull it down through our bodies. For those of you that are Daisy Lee fans, you recognize this as showering chi. This is also the first cycle of Robert Peng's 8 cycles. The name of this movement is Stroking the Waterfall at Sunrise. Pretty sure. Something like that, close to that. So inhale, gather that earth energy. Exhale, turn your thumbs back. One inhale, and then just have that shower. As we stroke. Well, then you say, well, this doesn't really look like much like a waterfall. Well, there's, I guess, part B, and I guess I'll share part B with you. So here we go. So the second part of this is float the backs of your hands up and float the backs down. So this is what you can sort of imagine. You're stroking a waterfall at sunrise. Maybe standing a little taller as the back of your hands float up. And then exhale down. And maybe each time you rise up, you lengthen. So let's slowly inhale up. And even more slowly exhale down. And we'll do one more. And then bring your hands to your lower belly. Bring your feet close together. Close your eyes. And just drop your awareness down into your feet. Our feet where the spleen meridian begins and our stomach meridian ends. Just invite your feet to send roots deep into the heart of the earth. And invite your tailbone to soften. And then lift from the crown of your head up to the heavens as we connect to earth and the heavens. And allow your body to just rock and sway. Little micro movements. Almost like you're a bear tucked in the crook of a big tree that's just gently rocking you in the breeze. And then take a slow, deep breath into your lower belly. And a slow breath out. And turn your awareness inwards. And just notice. And then doing one little last bear rubs its belly And gliding your hands up to your heart center. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you. Lovely to see you.